y'all, so today we're making a bit of a different and unexpected video. So, obviously I wanted to make another Black Ops 6 Zombies Nebula camo grinding video, and I was just playing the game over on my PlayStation 5 earlier this morning. Everything was going great. As for Xbox, I'm not sure. I didn't get to play on Xbox yet today. But when I came to play the game over here on PC, where I record my videos, because, yeah, just to give you the long and the short of it, basically, I used to record all my videos over on console just because that is my preferred way to play games. However, unfortunately, the capture card that I use, it was really cheap and crapped out. So at this point, I'm just kind of saving up. At some point, I'll get one of those fancy Elgatos, but for the time being, I just record all my gameplay on PC. It's pretty easy process that way anyway, and no extra bells and whistles, you just launch OBS and that's that. But unfortunately, as you can see here, no matter what I've tried to do, I've tried doing a bunch of different things in the Xbox app, I've tried getting in touch with Xbox support, I've tried restarting my PC, I've tried unplugging and replugging in my Wi-Fi adapter, which obviously, as you can see in the background, I'm on YouTube right now, so it clearly isn't that. I'm not exactly sure what's going on with the Xbox services over here on PC specifically. It's really unfortunate because obviously Black Ops 6 is an online-only game, which means the only way to play the game, obviously, is if you're able to connect to the internet, and for some reason, Xbox requires you to sync your data with their servers, even though obviously when you're playing Call of Duty, it actually goes to Call of Duty servers, since, I'm able to use the same account that I would use on PC when I record videos or over on Xbox on my PlayStation, so obviously it's not just tied to Xbox, but still, if you're not able to sync any of your data, it'll just force you to play offline, even though that data is technically coming from Call of Duty servers. As I mentioned before, I did buy Black Ops 6 3 times. First I bought it digital and Xbox since I game share with my stepfather, so, I always buy it on Xbox digitally just so then me and him both get it. Then I got the physical copy on PS5, and then I got it on PC. And it's just really unfortunate when, you buy a game and it's not able to work. And again, this isn't even necessarily like a Call of Duty thing. It's just it's something with Xbox's thing on PC, I guess, which is really unfortunate. But do not fret, do not fear. Today's just going to be an ultra laid-back, chill video getting hyped for the upcoming Zombies map, Citadelle des Morts. We're going to be watching the cinematic trailer thing here together, and we're just going to be chilling, talking, hanging out. One of my main slogans here on the channel, anytime we've had technical difficulties in the past, is adapt and overcome. As a YouTuber and as a content creator in general, this is going to happen time and time again. There's always going to be technical difficulties. There's always going to be hurdles to overcome, and my slogan has always been for these times, adapt and overcome. Whatever happens, it's what happens. There will be something that fixes it eventually. There's no reason to get all butthurt and upset about it. You just roll with the punches. And hey, who knows? We might even still get a pretty decent video out of it. So first things first, we're going to watch this together because I've only watched this one time. And when I did watch it, I was watching it like on my phone, but I was like hanging out with my mom at the same time because me and her were doing the Nuketown Easter egg. The one where like it has the crowd out on the side and the mannequins turn into zombies and stuff. So that was a lot of fun. But yeah, so I was like, I was paying attention as best as I could and listening to it, but I'm sure I missed a few things. So I'll go back, and even though this isn't like my first time watching it, I'll get to actually like pay attention to it through and through and watch all of that. And then afterwards, Mr. Awful Waffles put up a video, and we're not going to be reacting to the entire thing, so I don't want to like outright steal anybody's content. However, he visited this location in real life, so it could kind of give us some insight into like how the place is gonna look in the map and maybe what we could see. So again, first things first, we'll do the cinematic, and then again, don't want to steal content, so we won't watch the whole video, but we'll skip through there and see what we see. But let's do this. Citadelle des Morts. I have no idea how to actually say that. Principality of Avalon, 225, 1991, 0600 hours. He's smoking.
Are you there?
It's bad for your lungs, man. Trust.
Why did I hire that drunk? Laurent, check the alarm!
I thought you were dead.
If it were only that simple.
And why the fuck is this rat bastard with you?
Is that Ravenov? It sounds like
a man named Kraft.
Who may know how to bring back Maxis.
Kraft is our prisoner.
I just can't tell because of the long
We were
hair.
offered millions to find out something only he knows, but he won't talk. Not even to me. And who are you?
I'm the one who's gonna kill your boss. That a problem?
Ravenov, where the fuck are you?
I am thinking of doing the same.
crazy how realistic all this
Kind of
stuff
shit
looks,
happen
man.
everywhere you fucking go.
You're in no condition to fight. Stay on comms. Guide us to craft. And try not to kill Peck.
Gosh, man, it looks so good. It's like, it's what, damn, December 5th, man. At the time of recording this, it's literally December 1st. We're just 4 days away from it. I'm so excited for this, but yeah, okay, so yeah, I definitely did miss some things the first time that I watched it, as I mentioned, because I was just kind of watching on my phone. So this guy, this is Ravenov, right? Like, again, the hair is kind of throwing me off, but I mean, it sounds like him, it looks like him, so I'm assuming that's Ravenov. And as I was saying before, it's just crazy how, like, ultra realistic all this stuff is now, because I remember back when, like, Black Ops 2 came out, and we were watching, like, the Mob of the Dead and Origin cinematics, like, at the time, like, that was hyper realistic, which, even thinking of that, or, you know, at the time, it, like, seemed realistic or whatever, but then even that's kind of crazy to me, because I remember back when I was a bit younger, you know, when I was playing, like, Resident Evil 4 on the PS2 and the GameCube, I thought that was, like, as realistic as graphics are ever gonna get. Now, like, 2 decades after that, we're here. Things, like, genuinely look like real life, but who knows, maybe in another 10 years, things will look even more realistic somehow. I'm not kidding when I say that there's been times where I look at photos on, like, Instagram or, you know, YouTube or whatever, and like, video game graphics sometimes actually look better than things that I'm seeing in real life. Like, I don't know if that's just because I play a lot of video games or what, but it's literally at that point where, like, video game graphics look better than real life. Now, here's the Mr. Waffle Waffles video that I was talking about. So yeah, he literally went to this place in real life, and it's pretty goofy. I didn't watch the whole thing, I'm gonna be honest, just because, yeah, I mean, you know, I've said it before, I don't really watch YouTube nowadays, but I did see that he uploaded the video, and I, like, kind of clicked on it, just kind of, you know, looked at a few things in here. I did see this beginning bit where he put, like, the Subway sub into this yellow mailbox thing or whatever, but anyway, like I said, I don't want to, like, necessarily steal anybody's content, so we're just gonna kind of, like, scroll through here and try to get an idea of, like, maybe what to expect with this map, right? Because Treyarch has always done with this where they take, like, IRL locations and adapt them basically one-to-one the best that they can inside of a zombies map. There was obviously a few exceptions, like Mob of the Dead, where they weren't able to do the entirety of Alcatraz, obviously, that would have been way too huge, but for the parts that were actually in the map, like, yeah, they were completely faithful. Now, this is nothing against Mr. Waffle Waffle's video, but I'm just gonna, like, you know, go ahead and mute it just so we can kind of, like, focus as we go along here. Okay, so honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting a lot of Dreisendracht vibes. I don't know if it's just because it's also, like, a castle-looking thing of sorts, but I don't know, there's just something about it, like, the architecture and just, like, sort of the atmosphere of the area. Like, I'm sure if you were cover this place with snow and set it at, like, nighttime, it would feel a lot like Dreisendracht. And again, we have no idea how much of this is actually going to be playable in game, how much of this is actually even going to be in the game. I mean, I could realistically, it's just crazy, like, looking at this, you could totally see this being a zombies map, you know, slap a wall by up here, you can buy this door up here, this is, like, a real tight area that you got to be careful when you go through there. Maybe instead of a bench, this is, like, a mystery box location. Maybe there's, like, I don't know, like a little Mr. Peaks thing under this table that you gotta hold for the Easter eggs on. You know what I mean? Like, there's ways to make all of this into a zombies map. Even, like, right here, this little gap right here, this could be a door if this was the spawn room, for example. And then right out here, like, outside of the castle walls, you have this huge open area, which this would obviously be perfect, but also maybe a nightmare for when it comes to, like, trading zombies. I say perfect because, I mean, it's a huge open field, so, I mean, depending on where the zombie spawns are, this could genuinely be really good if this ends up actually being a part of the map, but it could also be a nightmare when you have, like, say abominations or manglers. Again, we don't know what, you know, special enemies or elite enemies are actually going to be in the map, but, you know, manglers will probably be there in some way, and obviously, you know, manglers blow through your train, you know, they're spawning in from all corners of this open field, who knows. So then you have this section down here. There's, like, this whole populated area right here, and it's funny, because before I was just saying how it's giving me Dreisendracht vibes, this is almost giving me, like, Shadows of Evil vibes now, you know, because you got, I don't know, there's just something about the, you know, the design of the floor, then you got all, like, the shops and stuff like that, so, like, again, it's hard to say what all they're actually going to put in the map. And then look at this killer view. I'm sure this actual view right here is going to be a part of the zombies map in some capacity. You know, like, being able to just look out at everything. Again, similar to Dreisendracht, how you were able to stand out at the spawn there, like, beside the gondola, and then look out at the town below and see the fallen Origins robot. So now he's back out at the entrance of the place, and yeah, it's hard to say. I don't think that this part out here is actually going to be a part of the map. I mean, it might be. Maybe that's, like, where you spawn in and then you make your way into the village and the castle and all that, but I don't know, that first part right there just seems a bit too open and maybe like outside of the actual area, whereas I feel like for a zombies map it would be more contained within that little village there and the little, like, you know, like castle or whatever. And then once again, absolutely killer views, but again, I don't know if any of this is actually going to be a part of the zombies map. I really do think it's just going to be inside of the walls there more than anything. It seems like the rest of the video just kind of takes place outside. So after going through the video, yeah, we definitely have a bit of a better idea of what to expect. Obviously, we won't know what to expect, like, you know, until we actually play the map for ourselves, what parts we can run through, what parts we can't, but I feel like I definitely have a better idea now of, like, the design language of the place, some of the areas that we might actually be able to run through. So this is pretty cool. Mr. Waffles, he's done this, you know, countless times before where he goes and sees these places, but in real life. Make sure to drop a like on the video, of course, and then we'll go ahead and leave a comment for good luck. Always gotta show some love and support for Mr. Waffles. He's one of the only YouTubers on the site that I can actually respect and tolerate. Now, it's just kind of funny because Call of Duty hasn't actually put up any trailers for the map yet. You know, usually they put one up at least like a week ahead of time, but this time I don't know if maybe they're gonna do it like literally a day or two before the map comes out to put out a gameplay trailer or something, or maybe because it's the holidays they threw off their plans one thing or another. But I mean, obviously the cinematic got a lot of views and that's really cool. Maybe they're just gonna let it be a complete surprise, you know, no trailers, no anything, you just play the map and find out for yourself. Either way, I literally cannot wait for December 5th, man. Like I said in that comment, I'm literally counting down the seconds. I am so hyped for this. I'm just about as hyped for this map as I was for Black Ops 6 itself releasing. Speaking of Black Ops 6, it's still not working, man. I don't get it. I was just playing the game on, like, my PS5. Like, why isn't it working on my PC? Oh, by the way, for anybody curious, I was talking the other day about my Mario lamp, and since it's unplugged now because I gotta find a way to fix it, here's the lamp I was talking about, the one that was flickering in the background. I was like, why isn't my lamp working? I gotta fix the LEDs. Well, yeah, here it is right now. That's what I was talking about. We got Mario running right there with the mushroom power up, and then the Koopa right there. I remember when that meme was huge. I don't know why that meme was so big. And you got the star power up right there. Dude, I love the star power up music. And then you got all the little Goombas over there. But yeah, if anybody is good with light bulbs and can let me know how to actually fix this thing, I'd really appreciate it. Because there's like this initial cover, which I don't think is actually relevant to the light at all. Because when I plug in the you know, the lamp, because there's like a little port back here when I plug it in, these LEDs right here are all that turn on. So I don't think this is actually relevant, but basically, yeah, one of them is like actually crooked now, so I don't know if there's a way to replace this. If anybody has a lamp similar to this and could let me know, like, this LED started to fizzle out, and then they started flickering, and then they just stopped working entirely. So I don't know if maybe it's something wrong with my box or my cord. I mean, it's working right now to power up my little LED Death Star. If I can, maybe the cord is long enough. Can you see? Yeah, there's my Death Star. See, like, this one's working just fine. So I don't think it's anything wrong with my cord or my plug. I would like to get this one set back up, but you know, in the meantime, I'm rocking out with the Death Star. I love it. But hey, if I could get both of them set up, that'd be pretty cool too. Get some Star Wars and some Mario go to my setup. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure why the one on the top is crooked either. Maybe I messed something up when I went to, like, you know, put this thing back on. I'm not exactly sure. And again, I don't really see if there's like a way to, like, pop this up. Maybe I should probably watch like a YouTube tutorial or something first before I end up breaking. Oh, wait. Oh, I see. There's a screw in there. Okay, so I think I have to unscrew it to replace the LEDs. I just don't get why I died so fast, because as I was mentioning in the one video, like, I might have had this thing on for an accumulative, like, 10 hours. And that's not that long for a light bulb. Like, the light bulbs that you see in the back for the, oh my god. Oh, but hey, you can see my one Christmas decoration right there. Yeah, I got my black and white Santa up there. But for, like, this lamp back here, I literally just changed that light bulb, like, 2 weeks ago. And I hadn't changed it for almost 2 years, since back in, like, 2022. And that light is usually on for about 15, 16 hours a day, like from the time I wake up till the time I go to bed. Same with the other one. So I don't know, maybe because this is an LED, it's different from normal light bulbs. Not sure. I did do a little bit of Christmas decorating since, you know, it's that time of year. So maybe I could take you guys around the room real quick and, like, show you guys my Christmas decorations, because I don't just want to leave you guys hanging with some lame video of us just kind of sitting around doing, I mean, we did do something, we reacted to some stuff, but how about I show you guys my Christmas decorations? That sound cool? Alright, y'all, the mic quality is going to be absolutely terrible because we're using the phone's mic now, and don't mind how dusty this is. I really have to dust. I know, it gets dusty behind the TV back there, and it just shows up because this is like a really dark brown desk. But anyway, here's my little Santa here. He sits over here with these two things, which these two are supposed to be like LEDs, but I never got to put batteries in them, so they just kind of sit there, so yeah, you know, those are pretty cool. My sister actually bought those for me like 2 years ago, I want to say, something like that. I just never got to actually power them on and see what they look like with the LEDs inside, but I keep those there because she got them for me as like a Christmas gift, so I thought those were pretty cool. But then I also have my Santa over here since it's the holidays. Also, don't judge my hands. I know they look a little gross right now. I can't help it. My hands get really dry in the winter and they're like really disgusting. I bought some hand cream and some gloves, and at night I like put the hand cream on and then put gloves on over them, so then like, you know, just so the hand cream doesn't get all over my bed sheets. And it has been helping because before, like, my hands were like really cracked and bleeding both on the insides and the outsides when it's pretty bad, but thankfully the insides have healed a good bit. I'm just like, you know, there's still a few cuts though, so yeah, my hands are still looking a little gross and scaly. I'm sorry, I can't do anything about it. I do my best. Next, over here by the monitor, I actually have a little Christmas tree right there. There's the second monitor that I actually haven't used in a while just because it's pretty old school. I got it back in like 2000, somewhere between 2007 and 2009, but the port on the back is a VGA port, and the only ports that my GPU has is either HDMI or a display port, so I'm going to need to get like a VGA to DisplayPort adapter or cord of some kind at some points, and I can actually use that monitor again, because that would be pretty nice, and I can like keep my OBS and Audacity stuff up over there while I'm like playing Call of Duty over on this one. But for now, it's been a single monitor setup since I've had to, you know, I don't have the cord to run that one. Then I also have like a TV right here because I have like a recliner behind me that I can either sit on or just, you know, sit in the chair that I'm sitting in now if I want to. Also, shout out to the 2013 VCR Xbox One. It's a little dusty, but I still got it hooked up just in case I ever feel like, you know, playing on the TV back here. And then I have this little reindeer. Is that like a deer? Reindeer? Like, obviously it's supposed to be a deer, but is that technically a reindeer? I don't know. Got a Christmas tree on the back, just says believe. I keep it right there next to my keys, which I have an Assassin's Creed lanyard for. Say hello, little slider. That slider was actually the first Pop Funko figure, whatever you want to call it, that I ever bought. And yeah, I am in a bit of a collecting thing right now. I only have a few. I have that one, and then I'll show you guys the other one. Don't mind the cereal boxes and other junk in the back, but here's the Santa that I was showing off earlier, and then here's a little beaver. And if you're wondering why there's a beaver here, this was actually my grandfather's, because my mom's last name, her maiden name, is Beaver. So like, you know, it's just always been a thing in the family, like, you know, have a bunch of beavers and stuff like that. My last name isn't that, because obviously that's my mom's last name. This is my second Funko right here, or actually no, this actually technically would have been my first. Wait, is that a Funko? I actually, oh yeah, Funko Minis. Okay, so this actually technically would have been my first Funko then. It's a Spider-Man 2099 one, but it's a Funko Mini, so that was technically my first one. But the first one that I actually purchased would have been that the one that I just showed you guys a bit ago, the White Castle slider. And then this is the third one that I got. I got this one for my birthday from my sister and my younger brother. It's a well, you know, it's Ghostface, so this one looks pretty cool. And then I was already with my mom when she bought it, but she's gonna be giving me a fourth Funko for Christmas. Oh shoot, I just like banged up the box. Oh no, that totally degraded its value. It's worth nothing now. I ain't gonna have no luck getting this one graded. I know people take their, you know, their values with their Funkos so seriously. For me, obviously it doesn't matter, because I don't care about value when I'm collecting things. I collect things because I want to have them, just, you know, to have them, you know, for sentimental value and just to like actually own them. I don't care about flipping things and selling them in the future. Like my video game collection, for example, like I'm never selling any of these games. I just collect video games for the sake of collecting them because I love video games. These aren't all of my video games, by the way. It's just that I only have one bookshelf, so I need to buy more bookshelves because like literally my entire dresser is filled with video games. There's video games all up in my closet. I'm gonna need to buy multiple bookshelves yet in order to hold all of my physical games. So once I buy like 2, 3, maybe 4 more bookshelves, then I can display most of my games, hopefully all of them. I mean, I'll need more bookshelves eventually, but yeah. And then over here on my stuffy table where I have, well, a bunch of stuffies, I also have some Legos back there, but you know, I want to build like shelves at some point to like stack up all my Legos on, because I have a few complete sets. You know, I got my Darth Vader there, I got a Lego Ninjago car, I got a, you know, Bowser right there in the back. I love building Legos, but yeah, I don't have a proper way to display them yet, so I gotta build some shelves at some point. But yeah, I sort of have like a stuffy table over here. I gotta find a better spot for this pop. I've literally just been having it sit there, but yeah, I got my stuffies here. Look at this little cute and free little chibi Goku. I absolutely love that. But then here's my other Christmas decorations. This is my Christmas tree. You know, I got the red ornament, little gold glittery deer right there. And then I got the Grinch. He's just sitting there by the Christmas tree. I'm gonna steal all your presents. I also have a cool like gamer lava lamp right here. You know, it has like controllers all over it. However, it hasn't been turned on in a little while, so it looks like all the little lava bits kind of turned into just one little gloopy pile in there. I don't know if maybe like once I turn it on again, it'll finally like disband and do what it's supposed to do again. Not sure, we'll see. But anyways, yeah, I'm sorry that this video was so random, but hopefully it was at least entertaining to some extent for you. I'll try messing with this throughout the day, and hopefully by tomorrow we can make our regularly scheduled Call of Duty Black Ops 6 Nebula camo grinding video. But until then, I'm gonna go back on my PS5, keep grinding the camos, and good news is I am getting really close to having every single weapon in the game Mystic Gold. I just need, I'm about done with the shotguns. I still need 3 marksman rifles, but I already started working on the one launcher, and the other one's already Mystic Gold, and then, yeah, the melees will be pretty easy, so we're closing in, man. We're gonna have Nebula within the next couple days. But anyway, as always, massive shout out thanking all the Patrons and channel members, thanking all of you in the low baller tier, and an even bigger shout out thanking on the big baller tier, Belasking, Epic Dynamite, and the biggest shout out thanking on the G tier, Rod Avenge, Tell the Cheese Girl. Thank you guys so much. You guys are literal legends. I love you. Good on arigato gozaimasu. Have an amazing day. Stay beautiful. I love you all. Peace.